Thank you.
And we'll move to item E, the Thomas Earl and Andres grant request for this year.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to take advantage of that.
Nice. How come we can't?
As always, at this time of the year, we come to you for approval for our request to the Andres and Thomas Earl Fund. As you can see here, for Andres Fund request, we have outdoor seating at the Tomah Middle School for $4,502. Projector DVD screen for the Tomah Fitness Room for $4,854. Scoreboards, again, for the LaGrange Fields for $6,000, and again, playground equipment at Warren's Elementary School for $8,000, for a total Andres request for 2011 of $23,356. And I can tell you with reasonable certainty that most of those requests, or actually all of those requests, also are keeping in mind some dual usage, just not for our students, but also for the community as you're looking at that. The outdoor seating at the middle school, the projector DVD screen for the fitness center would also be used. We have an agreement with the Tomah Recreation Department where we have people coming in and using that equipment, and this would help them out with that, along with the scoreboards at LaGrange for both youth baseball out there, and then the playground equipment up at Warren's Elementary. And our playground equipment is always used during non-school times by communities. So that would be our Andres request, and then our Thomas Earl. Have two items, and they mirror again what we're seeing in the Andres request. Again, the projector DVD screen for the Tomah Fitness Room, and then outdoor seating at the Tomah Middle School. Those are our requests for Thomas Earl and the Andres requests.
And I would look for a motion to approve the Thomas Earl and Andres grant requests as presented.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second then to approve the Thomas Earl and Andres grant requests as presented. Any further discussion?
Yes. We're all aware of Mr. Andres, and we had some question on my part who this Thomas Earl is. And Joan Green-Deer Lee, past board member, before she left, she gave me this whole printout who Thomas Earl is.
Fantastic.
My inquiry into this, because the gentleman has given money to the school district over the years, as long as I've been here, and wanted to know who he was. So, with your permission, I'll read a little bit about Mr. Thomas Earl. 1928 graduate of Tomah. He lettered in football, sophomore, junior, senior. Basketball, sophomore, junior, senior. Captain of the basketball team. Track, sophomore, junior, senior. District champion, 1 mile run. Class president, 1 and 2, freshman and sophomore. Commerce Club, junior and senior. Hammett staff, 4th year. Honorary Society president, 4th year. Carnival attendant they had, and he had 4 years of that. And the Honor Society play his senior year. I can only, this is what Joan had written down. I learned my intense search, Mr. Earls seemed elusive. He was born in November 1910. His father believed that to be the oldest native-born resident of Tomah. He has 2 brothers, a doctor, and a Lewis Earl. According to Mr. Hinnon, his good friend was Robert Cooper. someone else we know for his generous donation to our school district's alternative education, the building we're sitting in right now.
And senior center.
Yeah. Mr. Earl worked for Briggs and Stratton. Briggs and Stratton, founded in 1908, he was one of the world's largest. It's one of the world's largest manufacturer of oil-cooled gasoline engines. I hope I don't run on too long here, but this is good stuff. The THS, the Tomah High School, displays a plaque honoring him as the district champion for 1 mile. If you look at the board that's on the wall in the senior high school gym, you'll see his name up there. And I guess that's what really caught my interest, being that he was on that board and giving money back to the district. And Mr. Earl dealt with a speech handicap. He left no heirs. And I can only guess, this is what Joan says, I can only guess he was not one to seek attention, but he sought to pay attention to those that meant or made an impression on him. Our school district was first honored with this gracious gift in 1984, when he gave the school district some of the Briggs and Stratton shares. At this time, he also donated an equal number of shares to local organization that provided support to our handicapped community because he himself dealt with a speech impairment. Mr. Earl arranged with an out-of-state firm to leave the trust to this community. Mr. Earl passed away in 1986 with no heirs. His estate planning included our schools and this community. We can only acknowledge the generosity of this gentleman, whom his classmates knew as Tom. Now, I know there's people out here in the community that know of this gentleman. We also know what Mr. Andrews has done. Can't say enough about these people, and it was my pleasure to read this. If anybody else would like to take a look at it, I'll have it. There's about 15 pages of stuff in here on him. So, to me, he's a great guy. And so is Mr. Andrews.
Right. Thank you. Again, every year we are able to request things from these accounts, and our community as a whole has benefited so much from both these gentlemen. We're very lucky, as we always say. We're very lucky.
Mr. Grovestein,
Yes.
you reading that has created a permanent record on our website, which is wonderful, but I'm wondering if I could get a copy of that?
Oh, sure.
So that we can put it with all of our information, because 100 years from now,
They're going to look again.
we will have it.
We really only sit by that.
So it might be,
Cindy, I'll give you all this. This is Joan Green-Dearly.
Yeah.
She
Oh, I
did
know. She
a
went-
lot of research on that.
and I'll make a copy and then I'll get you the original back. Thank you.
Bless her. She handed that to me the day was her last night at the board. He says, I've been working on this for you. Here you are.
Perfect. Great. Thank you for sharing, Mr.
You bet.